Hello everyone, welcome to Healthy Options with Maureen. Today we'll be making the Nigerian fried rice. It's actually a very popular recipe. The good thing about this particular one is that we're making it without stock cubes. We are using a lot of stock from the meat and the meat bones, which enhances the flavor a great deal. Come with me as we make this. I know for sure you will like this. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Give us a thumbs up if you like this and share as well. Thank you. So for our fried rice, we'll be needing some pre-washed rice. As you can see, this has already been pre-washed. I let it drain in the colander for some time. It's not parboiled, but it's thoroughly washed. I washed it for a couple of times till the milky substance is greatly reduced. So that's what we have here. I'm using basmati rice in this case. We are using some chicken stock. That's the stock in which I boiled my chicken with. I had some beef broth too left in my refrigerator, so I added it because the more stock or broth you have for your fried rice, the tastier it is. As you can see, this has already been sieved. We need some vegetable oil, of course. We need some carrots, some green beans, salt to taste, of course, garlic, some thyme, a mixture of ginger and garlic powder, crayfish. Yes, naturally you shouldn't be using crayfish in fried rice, but I'm not using stock cubes and I want it to have some depth. This will be, you can barely taste this. That's why we are using just a tiny pinch of crayfish, some onions, leaves, green peppers, a little bit of boiled corn. I had some boiled corn left in the refrigerator, so I just used my knife to get some kernels out. So some corn kernels as well. Liver, this has been pre-cooked and I tossed it in the oven. So that's what we have there. Some diced onion, scotch bonnet peppers, curry powder, bay leaves, and a little bit of ginger garlic paste. So first things first, we'll start by cooking our rice. I've been heating up a pan on heat and I will show you what to do now. So into the pot goes some oil, and then I'll be adding my bay leaves into the oil. Some of the garlic goes in as well. Some of the curry powder goes in as well. Crayfish, and then we begin to stir for just a couple of seconds. We are doing this under low heat. The ginger garlic powder goes in at this stage as well. We'll give this a stir. This lasts for just a couple of seconds, and then our rice will be going in now. So once the rice goes in, I give it a quick stir. At this point, I can increase my heat to medium, and then I'll be adding on some of the thyme leaves. So it goes in. I'm gonna give this a stir. At this point, you can add just a little bit of salt as well. You don't want to add too much, especially if you don't know the quantity of salt in your stock. And we just did this for a couple of minutes, probably about 3 minutes, and then our chicken stock goes in at this point. And then we'll be topping up with water, some water. I'll cover this and let this cook, and then we'll commence with cooking the vegetables. So we've been heating up the pan for the vegetables, and the first thing that will be going in will be the oil. Let that heat up a little bit. I'm gonna swirl this around, and then I'll be adding on the onions. I like to add on the salt too at this stage. So the salt goes in. So we'll let this brown and soften a bit. Then we'll start adding on the other ingredients. At this stage, you'll be adding the curry powder, the remaining curry powder and the thyme. It goes in. Give that a quick stir. The garlic goes in. I'll be leaving just a pinch towards the later end. I like to add some towards the end of the cooking, so I'm giving that a good mix. The green beans goes in at this stage. So I like to cook down the green beans a bit before I add on the other ingredients, because this particular green bean tends to be a little bit tough. So I like to cook this down just a little bit before I add on the other ingredients. But while this is cooking, I like to add the scotch bonnet peppers at this stage. And I also like to add the livers at this stage. I'm giving that a mix. I'll let this cook for a couple of minutes, then we'll be adding on the carrots and the other ingredients. So after a couple of minutes, about 3 minutes, the carrots go in. We are giving that a stir as well. And like I said, I like to cook my vegetable in stages. I'll let the carrot cook for a little bit before I go on to start adding the vegetables that are a little bit tender. So I cook the carrot for about a minute, and at this stage I'm adding the corn. The corn goes in, giving that a stir. And just once after I add the corn, I'll be adding on the green peppers as well. That goes in too. And once you add on the green peppers, you know you're good at being done. The last thing that goes in at this stage are your spring onions. Your spring onions goes in. This goes in at the final stage. Once you add this on, you check for seasoning, see if it needs a little bit more salt. Stage where I like to toss on the last bit of garlic, giving that a stir. And this will be going off the heat now, and we'll start combining our rice and vegetables together. So that's what our rice looks like by the time it's cooked. And right now I'll be fishing out the bay leaves. So to combine the rice and vegetables, I like to use a new pot for this. I already placed it on it. I will be scooping half of the rice into this pot, then mixing the other half in the pot with which I cook the rice in. So into the pot goes the rice, and then half of the vegetable goes in as well. And I like to give that a stir. I like to give that a stir, and you can see how beautiful our fried rice looks, filled with vegetables and all that. At this point, our fried rice is ready to be served, so I will be stirring the other half with the other vegetables, and then I will show you how we serve this. So this is how I like to serve my fried rice. This is very tasty. It tastes really good. I hope you give this recipe a go and let us know what your take is on this. Please do give us a thumbs up if you like this. Subscribe and share as well. Thank you.